bastard sermon, you motherfuckers.
Welcome to another episode of the Bastard Sermon. I'm one of your three hosts, Cody Hucker.
Luke Young.
Lloyd Johnson.
And this week, we've got on two guests, actually. Drew Dawson from Deadculture. Drew, talk so they know what you sound like.
Yo, my name is Drew Dawson, and I like to have a good time, baby.
That's true, and he likes to have a good time, baby. Also, you brought your friend that you've known since you were 12 years old? How old?
12 or 11.
12 or 11, all right.
It gets confusing.
Thomas Alvarez, he's a professional skateboarder that rides for Revive Skateboards, is that right? Did I nail that?
Yeah, I'm not pro for them, but I ride for them.
He's a professional. That's what they told me to say, and now I'm saying it.
Exactly.
I don't
It
care.
is not what anyone said to say.
It's for sure what Drew said to say.
It's pre-show notes. It's in the pre-show notes.
Let's go.
No.
We're going with it. He's a
Yeah, we're going with it.
multi-millionaire. He rode up in a Ferrari. I'm just gonna make up lies about his life. It's fine.
Well, actually, I stepped outside. He was like, "Is it the Gulo parking lot?" And I was like, "Yeah, where is he?" And then like the chopper came down.
it was wild. They
And
had
they
the ladder, and
Yeah,
it was
they were
like all gold plated.
I had to ask if it was Gulo because I just wanted to know how big of an area I had for my helicopter.
and then like Shakira hopped out and she was trying to give him a hug and he's like, "Bitch, get back in! Come on, get these things."
Bro, our boy Joe Rogan rolled up in the Fear Factor helicopter, dropped down the ladder. Boom, we're here, baby.
All right, Drew Dawson, you got to do this podcast for 2 hours.
He made me eat some bugs too.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Animal dicks. All right, Luke. These are your guests. Go ahead.
So, I first heard of Deadculture, your band, Drew, like 2 or
In case you
3
didn't
years
know.
ago.
Yeah.
At Legends. I went to go see Billy Blanton's band, Put to Rest.
Yeah.
It was like the reveal of their Levy and Rose EP.
Oh, yeah, it was their EP release show. I remember that.
Yeah, and
that was in 2018, so it was 3 years ago.
yeah, you guys played, and I was standing next to Billy afterwards, and I was like, "Oh my fucking god, who are these people?" And he was like, "Just go ask him for the interview," because like we were just putting like the show in motion. Like we had what. I think he reminded us that you guys were like episode 37 or something like that.
Yeah.
Like we had a handful of episodes under our belt.
It was Drew
It was like,
and Eddie.
we gotta get these guys on. You guys still amazing. Like I've got your guys' entire EP liked on my Spotify.
Pull your
I check
wiener
that
out,
shit
dude. He'll put it
all
in
the-
his mouth
dude,
right now.
For real. Like I'm a fan of this man's music for
I can
real.
tell.
Like Cop Out, Enemy, shit's great, dude.
Thank you. I
Swear to
appreciate
God, yeah. And so how did Deadculture come to be?
Right into the front of that mic. Go right in the middle.
Right here?
Yeah,
we
perfect.
Good, we good. Great.
Exactly.
So initially, it was literally just me and Eddie, and we kind of had a lineup from an old local band that I was in. And essentially, the other three dudes didn't work out, and it was me and Eddie in a band, and we essentially like wrote Bitter together. And so we were like, all right, who are we going to find to play this music with? And our drummer, Aaron, ended up working at Chipotle with me at the time, and even Thomas later worked on at that Chipotle. Funny enough that we all worked together. But Aaron had his friend Dylan, and then he essentially found the rest of the band and found Aaron, Dylan, and Nick. And from there, we became 5 members and started doing it at like the very end of 2017. So I would say it was ultimately just like me and Eddie, and then Chipotle happened, and Chipotle kind of formed Deadculture in a way.
Is that where you found him?
Like in a way, yeah.
Dude, without
Thomas can
Chipotle,
back it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
without Chipotle, we wouldn't have Deadculture.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys picked up steam fast.
You guys have a billion fucking t-shirts also. I used to work with Nick from fucking Put the Rest and Sign Language. He's my boy, but he had like 3 of your shirts on all the time, constantly.
Dude,
He's always repping your shit.
He's a very nice
So
guy.
when-
Your guys'
Nick's
merch,
great. Yeah.
your guys' merch
That's the
drop is
homie.
unlike most other local bands. You know what I mean? Like we got fanny packs and shit like that. you don't typically see
I want a
things
fanny
like that.
pack.
Yeah, dude, we got some sick side backs and things.
You
That
guys,
was for
what,
real
you guys
rock
were,
and
I don't know, did it ever happen? You guys were talking, I seen statuses made about doing Carhartt
Yeah,
merch
we
shit.
did. We did do like a few different Carhartt items, but those were sold out like
That's,
a minute
I'm
ago.
sure. That was fucking, that's insane. I'm sure that was pricey too.
Yeah,
Fucking
honestly,
Carhartt merch,
you
man?
You don't make much money off of it, but you you order a small amount just to say like you did it, because
Yeah.
it's not like it's crazy. The
Stay in the
profit
pocket.
margin. Stay in the pocket. I'm staying in the pocket, baby.
Hold on, do me a favor.
Pocket
Just turn
pussy.
your chair a little bit because you're turning when you
Oh,
respond.
I guess.
So just like, just turn your chair towards him a little bit.
You can
There
set
go.
that mic up just so that it's like
Yeah,
just
that's gonna be way
comfortable
better.
for you.
Yeah, there we go.
Adjust it so
Much
that
better,
you're
right?
good.
Yeah, let's adjust
Oh,
it,
that's
baby.
perfect.
Oh,
Yeah,
You got it.
But
We gave-
essentially,
I'm sorry we gave you the shitty mic stands.
Nah,
We
you're
all got
good.
arms that move and shit, and then we were like, here's
Nah,
the...
we deserve it.
no, you're good.
This is
And
your
I just
place.
move when I talk. I like
You're good.
eye contact and move my head a lot.
I'm just
like
making
that
sure I
guy.
don't have to do more editing
I like
later.
that we could have just pulled this out and put his mic in that arm.
We have the solution right there.
It's
And I
already,
was
it's
like,
already on the table.
just a not working camera. By the way, I'm sorry for everybody that I told that there's going to be video. Real quick disclaimer. We'll get back to you guys. The fucking the video is not working because I decided I was going to spend $180 on cameras today, and I can't get them to fucking work for the life of me. So it's just, I'm sorry. The LLC we record tonight hopefully has video. All right, go back into your shit. Sorry.
It's only because I look like the guy from the Goonies.
Merge.
Yeah, Deadculture merge.
Yeah, so
got
that's
you,
like one thing we wanted to do is just have a bunch of different merch and stuff that doesn't necessarily look, because our ultimate goal is to create something that is ridiculously high quality.
Yeah.
And something, if someone is going to take the time and the effort to spend money on a piece of cloth, why not make it the best it can be? Because if someone's going to buy that shirt, you want it to be one of their favorite shirts that they're going to wear time and time and time again, not like a shitty $2 t-shirt.
I like the pump and dump. I get them for
Yeah.
$1.50 a piece.
Yeah.
I sell them. All right. By the time they find out that the whole thing's destroyed in the wash, the podcast has a different name. We got a
Yeah,
different
bro.
YouTube channel. Everything's fucking changed over. I've got a different
This
social
was your
security
podcast
number.
T-shirt. Prove it. It's all black. I don't see anything.
Yeah,
Prove
bro.
it.
I want a refund on my shirt because I
Yeah,
got a
dude.
stain from pizza on the hoodie.
Yeah, dude. I print them all with fucking Dunkin' Donuts icing, so it just like melts right off. Like
You
it
use
just
the
looks like
Dunkin' Donuts vinyl? I heard it's great.
what?
The Dunkin' Donuts vinyl printing, I heard it's really good.
Was this real?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know anything about what you're talking about. What is it? Is it?
I'm pretty sure it's fake.
All right, you just made it up.
Yeah.
Sick.
He just made it up, but he's only pretty sure it's
He's
fake.
really good at
I'm pretty
lying.
sure it's fake, but it
might
could
be.
be real.
All
Drew's
right.
the best liar I know.
There's probably like a million different other Earths if
I was like, is it
The
just the
world's
sounds of
infinity.
coffee brewing, just like fucking percolation going on in the background? And
I'm sure that there is
dripping-
a world somewhere.
the
that
dripping
has
of hot
Dunkin' Donuts
fluid
vinyl.
into a nice
I was
styrofoam cup.
defending an idea, being like, well, there's infinite universes, so in one of them it's probably true. That's a great defense.
Exactly, you're following me. I
like it.
appreciate this.
I'm gonna hire this man as a fucking
If you're
lawyer.
a believer of string theory,
That's what I,
Exactly.
that's what I tell girls when it comes to warts on my dick. I'm like, well, in another universe somewhere, there's a Cody that doesn't have them.
And they all look at you and go, no, there's not.
You can tell by the flat bill.
It's all natural, baby.
On that.
so you had said before the mic started up that there was a little less steam in the Deadculture boat right now.
Not necessarily, because essentially COVID happened.
Yeah.
And so we essentially have just been writing music, and like multiple members, I'm not gonna like sit here and name names, but multiple members have caught COVID, and when we're going to record, the recording studio's infected with COVID, and so we like wrote
Damn.
like
Who's
a
your
bunch
least
of
favorite
songs.
member? Which one of the boys do you like the least?
He's like, I have low
There's-
self-esteem. Me.
No, I don't.
He goes
have
full
low
emo on it?
self-esteem. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna go full emo. I'm not even gonna say that. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
don't answer
say
that question. I'm
There's a
kidding.
lot of shitty photographers we've worked with, so I'm just gonna pin it on those and shitty.
Have any of them
sound
been
guys.
on the show? On our
What?
show?
No.
Oh, okay.
None from Cincinnati.
Bro, I'll blow 'em up.
All others there. No. Everyone in Cincinnati has been great.
Wait, is the photographer part of the band? Like, do you guys sign them on as like? as
You
a-
can pay him for a tour or whatever.
How much does it cost to pay a photographer to just
It-
like
it
over there clicking
depends.
pictures
It depends.
off?
Some
it might be depend on how
photographers-
tight y'all are. Like,
yeah. Sometimes you get the homie discounts. Sometimes you're paying the price.
What's the
But I
price?
think
Is it thousands of dollars? Is it
It
ever-
depends if you're doing videos and stuff. I mean, it's like, how many days long are the tour? If it's a 7-day tour, it's probably not going to be much. If you're going on a 25-day tour, it's going to be in the thousands.
That's wild.
You know what I mean? Because it's per day. So, it all adds up, but it's something fair. You know what I mean? There's this saying, if there's no pictures of a show, that it never happened. Like, it only happened to the people that are there. And, like,
Okay.
there's
Damn,
so many
that's
people in the
powerful.
Yeah, that's, like, a big, like, media or way to think. But, like, yeah, if you didn't have pictures of the show, like, how do you
You
how do
can't just
prove
tell
it
the fans
happened?
that
Picks
like
no proof,
there's
dude.
infinite
Yeah, I mean,
universes,
that's-
and another one there were pictures.
You know
so
what?
just
It's
In
the
another-
anti-punk mindset.
in another
but it's
Earth, I did take pictures.
2021 mindset. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
So so on another note, Eddie, frontman to Deadculture, he's part of You Verse Yesterday.
They are amazing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what a polarizing difference in music. Like, if check out, listeners, Wasted by You Verse Yesterday, and then check out Cop Out by Deadculture.
Yeah.
It's such a flip.
Yeah, honestly, everyone at Deadculture is like really versatile in the music that we like and listen to.
Yeah.
And so like Eddie is really big into, pop punk and classic rock, and like Aaron is
He's got
like
a Kiss sleeve.
Yeah, exactly. That's his favorite band of all time. He can tell you every fact about Kiss for
And
hours
Lord of the
and
Rings.
hours and hours. And Lord of the Rings.
that's tight.
That's
yeah,
redeemable.
bro.
He's
he
1 for 2.
He is the OG. But no, he's definitely like very talented, and like You Verse Yesterday, like Kramer, absolutely like one of the best singers ever. You wouldn't expect him to have. And
Vocals
like,
are insane.
dude. I
I
swear
don't know. I
it
saw
sounds
that one
better
set
live.
didn't go well for him.
Yeah, it didn't land so good.
Yeah.
Oh, different. All right, different.
Different Kramer.
Kramer.
Different Kramer. I bet, not Kramer.
The racist Kramer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
Michael Richards
not
was-
Kramer from You Verse
Michael
Yesterday.
Richards
He is a
joke, that was
very
fun.
sweetheart. Michael Murray, their drummer. He actually, we were talking. I've been like singing and rapping.
Yeah.
Michael Murray makes like a bunch of beats and has been producing, but he's like, because he has like that drummer and the whole musical background, like ridiculous.
So is
musician.
this guy Holy Noise?
No, that is not Holy Noise.
That's not Holy Noise?
That's a different dude.
Okay. I was gonna say the sounds, like the beats that I've heard on your solo project that we've yet to talk about, are phenomenal.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Do you want us to play anything, like, so that the fans have an idea of what's
Bro,
going on?
if they feel that they like what we're talking about, they can go check it out.
All right.
I
don't
can't
wanna make you
recommend
guys
it
listen to
enough.
it.
I can't
I
recommend it
appreciate
enough.
it. I
Really,
appreciate
like,
it.
every band and solo musician we've talked about on this podcast so far, I can't recommend it enough. You Verse Yesterday, Deadculture, his solo stuff, all phenomenal. Truly.
you-
I would like to
Yeah.
be able to comment on it, but Luke didn't tell me that we were having someone who was a musician on, and I should probably check out their shit beforehand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He
if
for
you
sure
play
did.
it, if
Oh,
you take
it's my
away
fault.
anything from
No,
this
for sure told us.
podcast,
No,
you
I
should
didn't know he
take
was a
away that you
musician at
should
all.
listen to You Verse Yesterday.
Really?
They're
Yeah.
like the next Hawthorne
Oh.
Heights. They're so ridiculously good.
I know those guys.
You know Hawthorne Heights? You know them?
Yeah.
Like personally?
Do you know the Ghost?
Why aren't they on our show yet, dude?
why
Because
aren't
they
they on
stopped
the show,
talking to
bro?
me after they got.
Oh, after they got, I saw them in
After they got
2008 at the Project Revolution tour, and Hawthorne Heights was playing there at the tour, and it was shortly after, I think their backup vocalist who did Heavies just died, and they had zero stage presence, and I didn't know that at the time. As a kid, I was like, "Who's this band?" My brother's like, "Hawthorne Heights." I was like, "They suck. Like, what's going on here? There's no emotion. They're just standing there." And I found out years
we
later
weren't,
they're
like,
from like
close.
suicide or something
Yeah,
like
so
that. Later.
I'll clarify. We weren't like close, but like they crashed at my place
Yeah.
a couple of times. Like I knew the guy that was their tour manager back in the day. Mm-hmm. So like there's a couple of times they crashed at my place, and I knew two of the guys from Chevelle. I just never really
Yeah.
interacted with the third one much. So they kind of gave them like, oh yeah, he's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't like close with them, but we all knew all the same.
It's
fucking
fine. I don't
people.
want Hawthorne Heights on the show anyways. Fuck them.
All right,
about them.
all right, dude. All right, dude. All right, dude.
Yeah, Ohio's
Haters.
For, haters. There you go.
Yeah. I mean, facts.
Cincy haters.
Look at this fucking
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, 100%. I don't like that band. Fuck that band. I don't want to talk to them. I have nothing to say to what I'm going to say. I don't like your music.
My ex-girlfriend's in one of the music videos.
So let's talk
Is she
about.
naked? Does she get naked later? What happens?
Did she get naked?
No, not in the video.
Make it happen, dude. Talk her into it. So,
What?
so
Getting naked? It's my ex-girlfriend.
did
I think I
Hawthorne,
did
Never
that.
mind. Never
Did Hawthorne Heights try to fuck your girlfriend? Is there
I
a
think
reason?
one of them did, but way before.
hey, sick.
Was it
Boys
before they
will
were
be
like Hawthorne Heights?
Yeah, like before they were like famous.
Oh, so they were just like 4 local nerds that sounded good and shit
Yeah.
like that. Okay, they didn't know who you were. You're over there towering over them and shit like that.
No, it did look like there's a picture of us from back in the day that I know it was on like my MySpace. I don't know if it's on my Facebook or not, but it definitely looks like I look like I could eat birdseed off all their heads. Like they all came up to like here, like they were like eye level with my nipples. So there's just a picture of me standing behind all of them, and it looks like I'm like, don't come near this band. Like like unintentionally, it looks like I'm like their
Yeah,
security.
security.
Because I'm just standing like 2 feet behind them when the picture was taken. It wasn't intentional, but it does have like when I looking back at it, I'm like, oh yeah, it definitely looks like like I'm like puffed up behind
Big
them, like,
bodying them. I'm Thor.
You just look like that on accident all the time. Like you're just here to fuck somebody up. But that's just Lloyd's resting bouncer face.
That's okay. That's how I look. People be like, "Yo, that dude looks pissed as fuck," and I'm just like,
I'm hanging out.
I'm chilling.
No offense to you, but you look a little less scary than Lloyd.
yeah. There's a big difference.
In comparison, yeah.
I mean, your chain is very threatening, and your tattoos, I'd be worried.
Scares
I'd
me
cross
every
the
time.
street, but like
You'd cross the street.
No. But I'm sure very threatening. But Lloyd is just a different level of fucking, like, I don't know. Like, the first time I ran into him was at a Bird Cloud show, right? And I'm over here, and one of them, like, takes their shirt off and throws it. And I go to catch it, and I see a giant lumbering arm come around my head and, like, grab it. And I turn around, like, what the fuck? I had that. And then it's just him, like, fucking, like, go ahead and try to take it from me, smiling.
my
Like,
shirt.
all right, no, that's cool. Yeah, that's your shirt now. I'm over it.
The party's not mentioning it. She was throwing it to me.
I didn't know that.
I'm saying, but
He's making you look like the bad guy.
yeah, it wasn't like I was like, no, fuck you, and took it. Like she was throwing it to me, which she had said like, hey, I'm gonna toss shit that way. Just set it off to the side. Like we were hanging out all day before the show.
Yeah.
Like I took him to the zoo and shit. And
I'm just saying your aura was immediately threatening. I was
I
like,
know.
oh no, who's
I know.
that? This is
I'm trying to clarify. Like
You were-
it wasn't just me being like, hey, no, you can't have it.
You were 2 words away from getting pushed up against the wall and spit in your mouth.
oh man, my dick's getting hard already. Yeah, buddy.
Like,
I'm
get
never
it,
gonna
baby.
fucking live that one down. Am I?
You
No,
told the
never.
story.
Probably a
bro.
story I could have kept to myself.
You spit in a man's mouth. What are
I
we supposed to
know.
do with that? We
Yeah.
have a fucking Patreon listener that's Lord spit in my mouth now.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's
man.
I mean,
amazing.
Yeah, it's
Lord
excellent.
Spit in my mouth.
Lord spit.
It's
in
my
mouth.
friend Steve,
Sounds
and
like
he
an OnlyFans account.
he
Yeah,
knew for
dude.
sure that as soon as they read it out loud, I'd be like, it's pronounced Lloyd.
Have you guys been in a violent confrontation situation on the road? Like,
Multiple
where you've
times.
needed security? Can we tell any of those stories? Are they all like, oh, I don't know, statute of limitations, the police might get involved, or can we?
I mean, yeah.
Any standouts?
Nothing like. I mean, everyone in Deadculture is not problematic, and we've never had any aggression toward because we're always just gonna be the nice guy. Everyone in Deadculture is very nice dudes.
guys seem
so
very
we've never,
friendly.
yeah, we've never had any alter because we like making heavy music and like we have fights while we play shows, but we've never had any. I've heard horror stories of like bands getting jumped on tour, and like I've had friends that get jumped and are like now carry guns on tour just because they're like. I'm not letting that happen again. But that's
That's
never
an
been
equally
done.
bad idea.
Yeah, it's a horrible
That's how you go
situation.
to jail. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Prison.
It's
Long time.
Yeah, it's a felony. But that shit scares people because you're powerless in that situation and you have a lot of money with you.
Yeah.
So like we've never been in that situation and we're very blessed and it's because we're very nice and respectful and polite. But like we've had a lot of crazy shit happen at shows and a lot of crazy fights happen. There was one time I think it was in South Bend, Indiana. It was either South Bend, Indiana or Indianapolis. It was like the second or third last stop on tour. And on this show, so there was literally during the first local band, I shit you not, this dude walked up and like this guy is at least like 6'3", 6'4", pretty big dude, but he's pretty slender. And from there, he picks up this little dude that's like 5'5", like from like his waist.
He picks him up by a
Picks him
cat.
up. No, he
Put a
picks him
scruff
up.
of his
like,
neck
he
and
pulls
Throw a
like he
wedgie.
bear hugs around his waist, and he picks him up like 3 or 4 feet in the air and drops him straight down on his neck.
Oh,
Jesus.
Dude, I
And
said
he
I
was
was
just
sorry.
instant dead, and the music stopped playing. And I guess like this dude was trying to touch girls.
I was
or
about to
stuff
say, he's
inappropriately
sexually
or
assaulting a
did
lady.
something.
Well, I don't feel that
But like,
bad.
bro, you still don't do that to someone else.
No, yes, you do.
Yeah, you do.
And,
No,
like,
no. From my stance, yes, you do.
Thank
Because
you.
then I have to feel really bad about a lot
No,
of things.
he
I've
almost
done.
got like his neck broke and started like having a stroke.
Yeah, that's why you don't
And,
try to rape people.
Yeah. I don't necessarily know. That's necessarily what the dude said. I don't necessarily know. But he dropped him on his head, and all like literally 30 cops showed up. And it was during the first like band.
Dude, that's a
And,
good-ass
At
show.
the beginning,
there was
like, well,
still
show
there were
over.
still people coming in the door, and so it kind of sucks because I'm not gonna be like I don't want to be like, hey promoter, give me all the money you owe because you didn't get to get any of that money. And that's like really selfish. So it's just like a lose-lose situation kind of for
I'd have been
everyone
so
in that
selfish.
situation.
I'm playing the
God
show. I'm getting the
damn.
money.
I was like,
But
you're
I'll
much
give it
nicer and
something,
more
but I'm not
compassionate
gonna
than
try
I am
to
in many ways,
take,
apparently.
make them penniless from something that's supposed to be super high. You know what I mean? At least it's a fair situation. You know what I mean? At least, and that's
Is the show over at that point when a dude almost gets crippled?
The cops canceled it.
Oh,
and I
that
mean, it was
sucks.
at a venue. I mean, it
Then
does.
never
suck.
mind. I would
No,
be.
I'm like,
You
give me
didn't
half
get
my
to
money.
sell. I mean, merch is everything, and you don't.
Yeah, it's
get
not
sell
my
merch.
fault.
Yeah.
It's also not your fault somebody got dropped on their dome. It wasn't like, hey, piece this guy, like just
It
pancake
wasn't
him.
just like a
No.
drop kick. I mean, it was like almost killing.
But what I'm
someone.
saying is, like, it
a
isn't your
border,
fault
like,
that happened.
A manslaughter.
No,
like,
no.
poor, very like.
I get it. Yeah.
It wasn't just. I would beat the living fuck out of someone and knock them out dead at every excuse. But like murdering someone over that is a little bit far. There's better ways to handle it.
I don't know. Was he trying to murder him?
Unless you're no. I mean, I don't think
Just
he was.
turn
But I
around.
mean, it was pretty.
Just
damn
Undertaker,
close.
like,
Dude,
has on
dude
his
was
side.
completely
Full body
dude
weight
was-
just on
I
your
think the dude
neck.
was in the hospital
Oh my
for like
God.
2 or 3 days after that, like in a coma or some shit.
I bet he learned his lesson.
Oh, 100%.
Listen,
He
I'd
better.
say-
If he didn't.
He had that kind of pain and what happened to him coming, but also don't do that at the show. You ruin the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Take it outside.
Just wait till the end.
Thank you.
Just
'Cause
wait till
I'm-
the
I'm-
end.
Bro, I'm all
Yeah,
for
let him get a
being
couple
assholes.
fingers
do
in
it.
there.
If
Just
you're
let him
touching
get
a
away
girl-
with it
yeah.
all night. And
If you
then,
touch a girl, you
no,
deserve to
handle
get the
it.
shit
Fuck that
kicked
guy.
out of you.
Facts.
But like,
Or drag him
actually
outside at
killing
least.
someone inside of
Hey,
a venue
I'ma
right
say-
in front of a band.
I'm gonna say as a kind of person who may or may not have had similar interaction.
That was like Lloyd's.
You
like,
don't really
long-distance
think that
cousin.
through in the situation. You're like, oh, this
Just
guy
snap.
was touching. Yeah, fucking, and you just.
Yeah, and at that point of time in the show when it happened, we didn't know why that dude drop kicked him. We just thought like he was. We essentially thought it was because he was like push moshing at a hardcore show.
Oh, yeah.
So he drop kicked him, and that dude didn't. And that came out like 4 or 5 days later. We were like, oh,
That's wild.
That makes sense. But the entire time of the show, we thought he just did it because he didn't like him push moshing. Like we had no explanation.
This
that he
guy touched
a
me,
girl.
I'm
There was
gonna
no
break his
girl that said he was touching her or whatever. So
Yeah,
like
it's a
we
bit of an
didn't know
extreme
any of that
reaction.
at the time or
Yeah.
until days later.
Like you thought this guy was
the
like
dude
crowd
messaged our
killer or
band page.
nothing.
The dude messaged our band page because he felt bad
Oh.
about getting our show canceled. It's actually crazy.
Oh well, that's pretty tight though. That he at least
Yeah,
like
I was gonna say,
My bad, bro. I didn't mean to break
fuck
his neck.
man.
Crazy
that's nice.
story. But like I said, I've never had anyone been. There's been times where like during our very last song, there's because it's always someone is being too wild for someone and they have a problem with it and they try to be tough and they're like, nah, dude, we'll beat your fucking ass. So fights start. That's literally how it happens at every
Yeah.
show. At least a lot of times.
That male ego.
Yeah, it's literally that full-on testosterone battle over dun dun.
As
dun.
a
You know what I
fan
mean?
of black metal
But,
music,
like,
I'd say, yeah, go ahead, murder somebody at the show. That's
yeah,
sick.
bro.
That makes it a little better.
Exactly.
As long as
But-
it sprays.
But you know, there's
Yeah,
people
dude.
there that are like, no, that's not fucking cool. That's fucking good. You know what I mean? We've all seen it. But like, dude, there's times that it's happened at the end of the song and I like fully tear down, wipe my guitar off, pull everything out. I go out to the van and like people are still fucking fighting in the street from the show. That happened twice. And I was, what the fuck, bro? Like, chill.
No one's
chill,
knocked out, just
chill.
tossed it.
Exactly. But like, dude, it's kind of insane sometimes how like. And it's certain cities and like other like in Cincinnati. I don't ever see. I've seen fights in Cincinnati, but not anything like that.
What's the fight in
bloody
this
murder.
city? What's the fight in this city that you've been in?
The city
The one
filled
I've
with
closest
never
to a
fights.
been
trailer
any.
park.
I've seen like some drunk dudes get like pretty.
No,
where?
I think he means
Which
like
city?
what city do you guys like tour through that you most see fights in?
Yeah,
like,
where I'm talking
I
about.
definitely see more fights whenever we play in Detroit than
I was,
Akron and Cleveland, but in a good way.
but in
Oh,
a
like
good,
like good crowd
Philadelphia,
kill
yeah,
like
yeah,
type
yeah.
of pits
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah. Sometimes it's gotten too far, but like most of the time, it's at least handled and done properly. Orlando is a big one. Anywhere in Florida, really. I'll just Florida as a state.
Of course, Florida.
Dude,
We know.
Like I'm just being
Just filled with maniacs.
Yeah,
the
dude.
whole
Have you ever
state.
gone to
Dude,
Google
like,
and type
when
in Florida?
I
and
went
all
to
the
a
random
Traders and
things?
Body Snatcher show. It was their home show, and literally 3 ambulances are parked outside because people always have to go to the hospital every Traders and Body
God
Snatcher show. They play like
damn.
3 songs because of it.
Like, hey,
3
we're
or
gonna pay
4
you
or
guys to
something.
be here,
Like,
but
that's
can you
not
just
even
like
5? Definitely not.
wrap
even
it up
5.
real quick? Because these idiots are gonna murder each other.
No, they literally like if you're standing still, not paying attention, you're like being targeted. It's like not like scariest thing. Like I've been in
Keep your head
crazy
on a
things, I
fucking
think-
swivel.
Yeah, keep your head like I'm gonna stand all the
You
way
hear that
back.
Bruce
I'm gonna
Lee
stand all the way back
reflexes.
and listen to the
I'm
crowd.
sitting at a table and
Also,
watching
like-
this show like
I also like that there's venues that cancel shows for shit like that. Like I was in a show at Annie's where it was Sepultura, Seven Dust, someone Dope,
yeah.
and some Courage Crew guys showed up and had an issue with some kid that was there, and they didn't realize that this kid's in a band that like
Everybody's there to see, basically.
well, everyone's like fans of a band, and this guy's like, hey, we're all going to this show, so it's a bunch of his people there, and then like 6 Courage Crew guys with like the handkerchiefs like start a fight, and then it just turns into them getting aggressively mauled, and everyone just kind of pushed them out of the crowd towards the back of Annie's, and the show just kept going. And I wasn't working security at this one, but a lot of people there I knew were bouncers that I had worked with or whatever. So I'm watching them run over and like pull the roll-up doors up and like literally like throwing people outside and trying to break this fight up. And in between bands, they were like, do we need to deal? And the guy's like, nah, you're fine. Just go. Like the promoter that was, he's just waving them on like, nah, it's fine.
We got to
figure it
handle
out.
back here.
The Blue Rock Tavern used to be like that back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Before that place was Chameleon across the street. Well, I shouldn't say what the fuck we're at. Yeah, whatever. It's across the street. But before it was Chameleon, it was the Blue Rock. And we would go over there and see like punk rock and death metal shows when we were kids, like 14 and shit. We walk in there. They'd serve us like, who are we going to get to buy us a picture? And Sean would just walk up, be like, can I get a picture? And they'd serve our 14-year-old looking faces just pictures of beer. And then everybody's like smoking weed outside. Like people be starting fights. The owner would come out in that little fucking trench coat and the little hat, like, people doing drugs out here? And everybody be like, and he's like, it's me fucking too, like lighting bowls up. Back when weed was way more illegal and fucking
he was
the
a fun
bars
guy.
gonna get shut down. Was he a mess? He was a fucking disaster. Is he alive still?
I don't know.
I feel like he can't possibly
Honestly,
be.
I haven't heard anything about that dude in a long time.
That dude must
That's
have been
why
a
it's the
fucking
Chameleon.
disaster.
Yeah. But I know
Chameleon's a great bar. They're nothing like that.
Yeah.
They're
No,
nothing like Blue
Chameleon's
Rock.
really
fucking
is.
dope. They're doing a ton for comedy right now too. So
Yeah.
I fucking
Big ups
love
to
those guys. Everyone over there. But no, back in the day, he was dating like a really cool chick for a while that everyone liked, and then all of a sudden it was just like she wasn't around anymore, and he just turned into even more of a mess.
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
They had the weirdest shows. They
Fuck
didn't do
around
any
and broke his
advertising.
heart.
Yeah.
They would fuck me and Sean were up there for some death metal show and nobody was. It was just biker dudes with folded arms energy and they're fucking like late 40s, early 50s, just like staring like, what are these fucking kids doing?
That's what I see driving by Comet now.
Yeah, it was exactly like that the whole fucking time. The different biker crowd. The Comet bikers are a different. That's like fucking hipster bikers. It's a different thing. I'm talking about like old dude bikers and 1%ers and shit are just sitting there staring at people like, the fuck's going on? And me and Sean were drunk, like fucking we decided to run into each other and just like start a 2-man mosh pit because nobody was doing anything. So we were like, let's just be the most retarded motherfuckers in here. We flipped like 3 tables full of like drinks and shit over. They were getting weak and the owner's just watching us do it, doing nothing about it. We're like fist fighting each other,
I've
drunk
seen
as fuck.
shit like
and we
that,
walked out of
dude.
there
I've
like
been
nothing
there.
happened
He's
and
probably
nobody
thinking,
did
like,
dick
okay,
about
so
it.
I've seen, yeah, dude, and some like it's fun. Like I like shows that are like because people can be rowdy and like throw fists and like crowd kill and fun. Not like crowd kill, like crowd kill. Like crowd kill.
They can get their aggression out in a healthy way with other dudes that are trying to fuck each other up in a fun way, you know?
Yeah, where like people
That's
are
what she
causing
said.
fights, but like there's people that aren't used to that are trying to see bands, and then they get involved with that and they don't know how it is.
Yeah.
And like so like I don't know.
Too bad, so sad.
It
You
is
gotta
what it
figure
is.
out where
It's-
you're
it's
at.
It's part of the music game.
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
Those people that
There's
don't know
fucking
why
shit
they're
in
there,
rap.
why are they there?
There's shit fights and shit all the time over there. There's fights everywhere.
Well,
in music,
because
I feel.
it's like that type of scene is different. You know, there's some people who are like totally against crowd killing. It's like it ruins the fun of the mosh pit. Like, why are you fucking there? And then there's like some scenes where this is what it's meant for. Like this,
Yeah,
this
each
kind of
city's
music is
kinda
exactly
different.
what the fuck it's meant for.
It's a bunch of bowls
So
and
it's
a
kind
pan.
of like that. The two crowds are running into each other. Where it's like I'm all for this, and the other crowd's like, why are you doing
The
that?
metal shows I go to aren't like that, and I don't really listen to that type of metal. But like, I
Well,
get
yeah,
it.
you're
Whatever you
metal
want to
and
do. Yeah, I don't like that stuff specifically, but like people like it. They should do whatever they want to do because that's
Yeah.
what that scene's about. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Like
Yeah,
the ones that I listen to
100%.
don't do that. So
I feel like
if it happened at
respect
one of
is a
these
pretty big
shows,
thing you should have a show like respect the venue.
exactly,
Like, that's
or
a big thing for me.
or the type of music that's going on. Like you can't be like a dude that listens to like the type of shit that I listen to and like be ready for that type of show, and then go to like a hardcore, metalcore, deathcore show, and then expect the same like rules apply.
Exactly.
They absolutely don't. So
See,
you
I'm-
can't be upset like,
There's
I
always
don't like
gonna be
I don't like
stupid
this
people.
environment.
I'm
Like,
older than everybody in the room, so I remember like early hardcore days, like when you're like, oh, I like a lot of
was never
hardcore
There's
into
just
music.
that.
people
I've heard
stabbing
shit.
each other. In
Well,
the
no,
mosh
like,
pit.
Yeah.
He's
like,
talking about a different type of
Straight up.
hardcore.
No, I'm saying like when you'd be like, hey, like no, I like a lot of hardcore stuff. People like,
that
what?
even stabbed at hardcore shows.
Right, but
Like,
people would be like, "What the fuck do you mean hardcore?" I'm like, "No, like hardcore music, no." Just
Brass
people would just
knuckles.
stare blankly at you.
people
No,
just think
it wasn't
screamo.
crazier.
If the
It
average
just
people, you say hardcore, they're like, oh, screamo.
Right, I'm
Like,
saying
they
it's
don't
not
know
like-
what real hardcore.
it's not like
Yeah.
way worse things were happening, but like if you showed up to the wrong show and didn't know what was going on, like if you didn't know what to expect from that kind of show, like I remember guys like my size running in and just fist swinging full on
Yeah,
back
bro,
and forth.
I
and
won't
you-
fuck with that.
and you're just
I'm
like,
into that
and you're just
shit.
like, okay,
I know what I can stand up against, and so I'm like, nah, I'm going to the
All
bed.
right.
But
I ain't
what I'm
fucking
saying
with
is
it.
I
like
got
get
work
pumped.
tomorrow. Fuck
Yeah,
this.
exactly.
No, thank you.
bro.
what I'm getting at is
I'm
there's
a
the people who are like the other side of the crowd. You're talking about like, why is this happening?
Yeah.
No one cared. Like no one gave a shit about that side of it. If
Yeah.
you showed up like, why is it? You're halfway through that sentence. You're just gonna get get
Man, I
caught.
really wish we had video for
Dude,
that.
there was I remember one time in high school, there was a close to home. It was like they just came back
Dude,
to
I love that
Ohio.
band. I love that band.
They
I
like
miss that
just
band.
came back to Ohio from like a really long tour, and Lights Down Low was playing to open. Or they were featuring or something, but when Close to Home came on, my dude Curtis Marshall broke his arm on
Oh, that dude
someone's-
was awesome. I
He
remember that
broke
guy.
he broke his arm on someone's face at that show.
He needs to learn how to throw a punch.
But at least that's a cool
he's-
way to get a broken
He
arm.
threw a shitty
swung
punch.
it- he
Yeah,
said he
you
swung
damn right,
it
Thomas.
backwards like this on someone's face.
Good way to break your arm.
Oh,
Yeah.
he snapped his elbow.
Yeah, you hit somebody's forehead and
Ooh,
broke
oh,
that.
arm.
Shatters.
So I remember going to
That bone
a
isn't
show
designed for
of I'm about to mention bands that probably no one's ever heard of, but it was
probably know, maybe.
Red
AC/DC?
Roses for a Blue Lady,
Nope.
and I think it was Comeback Kid opening
Oh,
for
of
them.
course.
I think it was them. I might be wrong. That might have Comeback Kid might have been
I've
the
seen
show
them
the next
before
night.
live.
They're
Good. They're a great
Yeah,
band.
but Red Roses for a Blue Lady, very specific audience,
Niche.
and not the sweetest people on the planet
Oh,
are going to
bro.
show up to that show. Like, I remember.
Yeah, man.
I think I saw them before Coalesce one time as well. And Coalesce kind of had like a more,
Homosexual vibe.
I want to say like a
Yeah.
more like
Straight
moral,
up nailed it.
like moral group of people. I don't know how to better. Like,
Yeah, I know
Like
what you
Jesus-y?
mean.
Like
no,
were they-
just like
No, like
not
the code.
fucking animals. Like
Yeah.
like they got like concert etiquette a little bit,
Oh,
but like
okay.
some of those like more niche bands like Red Roses for a Blue Lady, which again
I get what you nerds. Yeah, I got it.
well like now we call them incels, but
The art folk of the
But
metal scene.
like that, just the angry
Guys
dude-
that are sick at loading
No,
an AR-15 up.
Just the people that are very like cliquey.
yeah.
Because like that's one thing. Like I love hardcore, and like I'm not gonna paint shit with like a broad brush because there's so many amazing like lovey nice people in it. But like there are like people that are super cliquey, and I'm like, this shit is not accepting. Like y'all been lying to me on fucking stage, like not even capping. Like you know what I mean? Like, but like you know, there's always gonna be good and bad in every fucking thing.
It
in the
helps when you
world.
just don't fuck with anybody at all.
But
you
it's
just
kinda-
don't care at all. Like
but it's
then
kinda-
you can have a great musical experience
It's kind of
anywhere you
good
go.
that you get the bad because it really makes you appreciate the people that are good, especially when you come by them. Like in my reality, like you know what I mean? Because if you only
Is it
have
Dalai
good
Lama
people,
in a
you're
Harley
never gonna
Davidson shirt?
appreciate that shit. What?
So is this the Dalai Lama in a Harley Davidson shirt?
No, it's
He's the reincarn-
my
no,
shirt-
bro, he's talking
dude,
about
this
you.
shirt's like older than me. It's from like 1993 or 4.
That shit's authentic.
That's a sick
Yeah,
shirt.
dude.
Why does it look like it
It's
just
called
came off the
vintage.
press?
I was
super well.
Where did you
taken
get
care of.
this?
My girlfriend goes like thrifting and finds stuff, and also like
And he
follows a bunch
steals
of
her shirts.
No, she actually
Just crams him in the purse.
too big for her.
This kid
My
is a
girlfriend-
sniper in the background the whole
Yeah,
time.
bro.
He just high as fuck, like just sniping. I love this guy. Why haven't we talked to him yet? Come on, tell your
Yeah,
story
let's-
about
yeah.
thrifting, and then
Yeah.
we're talking about skateboards. What's
So-
going on?
so-
Who'd you bust
so
in the
let me
teeth with some
give-
trucks?
Real quick before Thomas starts
Nah,
talking.
you're being serious right now.
Let me preface
Get
the
outta here.
professional skateboarder. So a long way.
No,
I swear to God, did you?
No,
You told me to say
I
that,
just
right?
lied for that.
No. Let me. I ain't gonna say anything bad. But so
That's disappointing.
me and my friends in my old local band, like 2015, we're in like bumfuck nowhere in Kentucky. I think like Richwood,
Right.
far off the exit at like some random Steak and Shake, like 2 or 3 in the morning. And we're in like, they just know Thomas is, this goofy guy snipes in the background. You know what I mean? And have never like been around like the skateboarding community.
He even
or
comes with
anything
sound
like that.
effects. He's like a
Yeah.
little soundboard. I love this guy.
Yeah. But we're like sitting and eating at Steak and Shake, and we're like, these like 3 like random kids, like two girls and dude, come up to Thomas, and they're like, "Is your name Thomas Alvarez?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Just titties out immediately.
And they're like, "Not to bother you, but is there any way you can?
Is there any way we can suck your dick both at the same time right now?
Can you mop up
they're
these
so
puddles we
nice.
just
They're
made?
like, is there any way we can have your autograph? And Tom's like, yeah, of course. And like signs him a little bit thing.
Like
They
it was
go over.
nothing?
Yeah. And then like,
Are you
everyone in
constantly being-
Juggernaut, like my band at the time, is like, what the fuck is going on? And they like didn't understand the like he rides for Revive Skateboards.
It's all
and, like
Andy.
people know it's all Andy Schrock, Andrew Schrock. Shout out the OG, the man. But like he's in a bunch of videos on Andy's channel, and a bunch of people know him. And they were like, yo, so they're like, Thomas Alvarez, professional skateboarder. Like he Revive.
Drew
He's
always
not an
says,
actual
I'm like,
pro
dude,
skateboarder.
don't
He
do
just
that to
rides
me.
for Revive, and he's
Don't do
very
that.
well taken care of and very well established in the
I
skateboarding
don't want that
community.
praise, though.
But he's
So-
not a pro
praise.
yet.
But wait. You did tell me to say
Yet.
professional
No,
skateboarder,
yeah,
right?
because it's a joke.
They had me fucked up because Luke was like, "No one told you to say that." And I was like, "For sure he did." Like I'm the
No,
only
Drew
one
likes
not
to
doing
say
drugs
that.
here.
did because it's
Drew
a
likes
joke.
to mess with me.
Yeah, that's the backstory. So Thomas,
I was saying it was
go ahead
immediately
and
followed
explain
by him
yourself.
going, "Don't say that."
I was like, "No, what did I do?" Oh,
I will say I'm glad Lily's
I had no
not here
idea
right
you were
now
Juggernaut.
because he's high as fuck. He skateboards.
Fucking
And he-
Juggernaut, dude.
I have long hair and tattoos,
No, well,
beard.
Yeah, you
my
guys,
daughter
you
has
guys
a
have
thing
a lot
for
of familiarities.
high skateboarding Puerto Ricans because she's in Florida.
Venezuelan.
He's Venezuelan.
I was gonna say,
Wrong.
I'm saying that I'm gonna guess it's probably close enough for her point.
All right.
Yeah.
Does it have to be Puerto Rican? Does she?
No, I'm just saying that's what it's been so far.
Puerto Rican.
But I'm glad Lily's not,
She said
that's
she
my
a
18-year-old
Spaniard.
daughter. But if Lily's
Are you
sitting here-
offering her up? What are you
no,
doing right
God
now?
damn it! Are you not listening?
I'm
motherfucker?
listening and it's creeping me out. You're selling your daughter here to this man. Calm
No, I was
down.
saying I'm glad she's not here. That's how I started it. Because she'd be like, I'm like, stop. I have to like send her back. Like, no, you go back in there.
Thomas, would you bang this man's daughter? I'm kidding.
No, I got a girlfriend.
Yeah,
Sorry.
alright.
Not,
Gotta
take me
let
out
the
the
man.
market. Take
It
me
was
out the
just-
I'm just
market.
saying, look at Lloyd. You meet Lloyd and you're like, I'm
scared. I'll do whatever you say.
I'm cool. I don't want this smoke.
Also, Lily doesn't usually ask guys to date her. She usually just tells them that they're dating.
Okay.
This is a thing now.
Oh.
Like 2 of her boyfriends
That's
were
a
like,
baller
she just
move.
came up to me and told me we were dating.
Jesus.
Like the
He's
guy
like,
Danny
okay.
that she brought
I'd
up.
almost fight that.
Danny, like apparently she.
Like, just out of spite.
Where's my
no.
lawyer?
I'd be
Yeah.
so scared.
Call my lawyer right now.
Well, you're
like,
also
we
talking about
are?
like 20-year-old dudes that
I'm pleading the fifth.
and
what I'm
you know
doing.
not tooting my daughter's own cute girl like walks up like, hey,
Yeah.
call me tomorrow.
All right.
Well, I have a girlfriend. I ain't worried about it. Call me tomorrow. Like that's Lily's
Yeah, dude.
how she. I was just teasing that he fits that same.
And we're moving along.
Yeah.
So, anyways, professional skateboarder Thomas Alvarez. What's it like to?
Yeah, what's the day in the life for you?
Yeah, dude. you just-
Explain your shit.
The end of life, or do you want the fun times of my life?
Let's talk about what's the worst injury you've had skateboarding.
I just got like a knee surgery, but it was just like a scope, so it wasn't too bad.
What,
And then I
scope?
got
You to
wrist
heal.
surgery. What?
How long did it take you to
It
heal?
was just mouthwash.
Get the taste out. Swish, swish. All better.
And I just took it like 3 or 4 months, but it wasn't too bad. Now I'm like back to normal.
Dude, I fucked myself up riding a skateboard, and I never rode one again. I broke 2 ribs and fucking collapsed my lung.
Ribs.
They had to reinflate my lung, and then I was like, "What can they do?" And they were like, "Here's Percocet." And I was like, "Yeah, but what can they do?" Like nothing. Like
ribs.
you're not gonna wrap it. Like nah, it makes it worse. Like oh great,
Yeah.
here's a
It
giant needle
sucks.
to inflate your lung. You know you're not breathing so good. That's because you have no air in that lung. Sick.
good. I
It sucks.
skated,
Yeah.
I
I've had
skated
some
long enough to get mediocre, just mediocre enough,
You were
and then
good.
I got. So you say, but I was definitely mediocre.
You were like as
and
good
then
as my brother.
But you
weren't
got to admit the freedom feels
Jacob was
amazing.
so much better than me. You have no idea. But then like life took over, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Jobs and stuff. But
Yeah, same thing. By the time I got old enough to skateboard, I was wearing a size 15, so my feet hung off either side of the skateboard. So
Get
the
a bigger
bounce-
That makes sense.
Size!
I understand.
I tried. It just
No, I
So
understand.
you have to buy them.
Like you
have to
have
buy
to
'em
get
s-
really big boards, and like I understand having a size 15 is difficult to skate with. Like I don't think I would be able to do
Remember
the tricks
Nick?
I did if I had size.
Our buddy
15.
Nick Smith.
Like I've seen people with like size 12 and 13 skate, and it's like, yo, especially if they have like a normal size skateboard. But like it is very difficult. You
Lloyd's-
can skate vert and kill that shit, but like
it
it's
just
not gonna be like
You're
an easy. Like you're gonna have to work to get every fucking.
yeah.
trick
It
you
was one of
do.
those things where I
get
went
it.
like, oh, the amount of effort that's going to have to go into this, I'm not willing to put out. So
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like-
there was a time when I had ripped hands for like months. Every day I would just rip
Yeah,
them
this man
open.
worked for
Constantly
his
rip
shit.
my hands.
My brother would walk home with like fucking just a scab that started from his pinky and went to his face, and then it was like, "What happened?" He's like, "I ate shit," and he'd just be like playing PS2. Like, no, hold on, there's a
That's what
story here.
happens.
Like, you look like you fell off a building into like a pit of nails. What
I remember,
happened?
I remember when I started skating one time. I went down this hill and I just like didn't know how to bail, and I knee slid on my jeans and just ripped all the way through the jeans.
Check this
and
out.
both knees.
Yeah.
They were both bloody. Like, and I somehow just took it, got up. I'm like, well, that sucked.
Yeah, it's all right.
Check
I didn't
this
want
out.
cartilage in my knees anyways.
I just moved to Coleraine, and I
skate
lived
park?
in Price Hill. No, like the area. And
Okay.
I
Lived in
started
Price
to go
Hill.
to I lived in Price Hill before, and I didn't go outside at all, and I didn't
Don't blame
skateboard
me.
ever. So when I moved to Coleraine and I made friends who were in that world, obviously I'm picking that shit up immediately. Like I have my own board. It's Walmart. I spray painted it black. You know, like I finally save up some money, get like an alien workshop, and that's
Oh,
like
that's a good
all I
brand.
ever bought for like years and years and years. I got a Habitat set.
What about a
still, but,
bakery
like,
or a chocolate?
Those are both local
No.
companies.
No,
I really like them.
I've been skating Revive because Andy's just the nicest dude ever.
'Cause you get
Since-
free
since the
boards.
Revive. No, I don't get free ones. When
get
Thomas will take
discounted.
care of me.
He gets a
I get a
discount. I
discount.
help him out.
And
He's-
Andy is a longtime friend and
Friendship-
helps me out.
Friends
But I
share.
ain't gonna be like
I'm
I ain't
busting
on
your
the
nuts.
team.
Friends
just
gotta
busting
share
like-
their wealth.
Yeah,
with their
friends
friends.
gotta share their wealth.
When
That's
I
all we're gonna leave it.
so when I
That's why I don't
started
have friends.
when I
'cause-
started to hang out with these
yeah,
dudes,
that's why.
yeah, it's my choice. I decided. It's not my shit personality. Keep going.
when I started to hang out with these dudes who skated, like they were far above average. Like Kelly,
Yeah.
Kelly. I've seen these dudes do amazing things, and it's like I don't know. The third week I'm skating around with these dudes on the weekend, and
How I feel skating.
I'm like,
with
what's a
brothers.
hospital's flip?
we're
And from no
bombing-
speed, they just go. Like,
Yeah.
what is that?
we're bombing.
made that shit up.
We're bombing this hill. I get speed wobbles, eat shit immediately, right? But I slide on some gravel and blacktop, and I tear up my whole hip.
Fuck
Gashed,
yeah.
gashed, blood everywhere, like I'm leaking. But I'm just like.
Try not to cry.
It's
You
all
walk
good,
around
dude.
in a
It's like-
circle.
I'm just like in pain, just
Wow.
like bleeding, but skating.
Was
with
Kelly
them
there
all
staring
in.
at you in the eyes like, you're trying not to cry right now, aren't you?
No, they had no idea. Like I toughed it out until we went back to Erickson's to like smoke blunt after blunt after blunt in his
Forgot
bathroom.
all about your pain.
Yeah, no, like I did, but also it hurt so much, and I showed it to him like, you fucking idiot! Like, why aren't you showing this to us
Were you
earlier?
picking rocks out of your scabs?
Fucking yes, dead ass. Like I had pebbles in it and shit. It was terrible. It was so bad, man.
Your body's your temple. Gotta take care of it.
So bad. But like I think that was I was very lucky, and like I think I only skated for 7 or 8 years, and I think that was one of the maybe 3 tragic incidents I ever had.
Yeah, but-
I never broke a bone or anything.
I broke
If you
my
haven't
ankle.
skated recently, you'd be
Also.
surprised how like muscle memory kicks back in.
Yeah,
Because
you'll be-
like
you'll be
I've been
learning
like
your
doing
stuff right away.
Deadculture shit like for so long and touring, and like I brought my skateboard and like skated here and there, but you know I only got an hour.
Yeah.
I didn't get like before when growing up I was skating 6-7 hours or 5-6-7 hours a day.
Yeah,
all the
dude.
way till night.
I can still land
you
the
know what I mean?
sloppiest,
I go
ugliest
out at
ollie
2
you've ever
and
seen.
Stay out till it gets
Get
dark.
home, do homework, and then go skate.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
Every
sometimes
day.
it-
And
oh
so
my
like
God.
now that COVID's a thing, I've been skating again, and it's like I almost feel like I'm better now than I've ever been. And
had-
I've gotten everything back that I've ever been able to do, and I
And
wasn't
more.
skating
Guaranteed I
consistently.
won't ever be able to.
Nah,
Guaranteed.
don't-
Don't discourage
I
yourself.
had
It's easy.
I had bonuses. I had gotten impossibles.
There you
kick
go.
flips,
You
could do impossibles?
heel flips.
There we go.
Uh,
what are you talking about?
I could do.
got it,
I
bro.
could do tray flips, 3 out of like 7 tries.
Yeah, see, that's how I kind of was. Like, I could do it like somewhat consistently, not every single time. Consistent now that I've been doing it and skating a lot since COVID, I can do it every single time.
And then like vert stuff, I could do 50-50s, I could do feebles, I could do tails. I couldn't do noses yet.
Noses are weird though, because you got to go switch.
And then that's about it. That was
so
everything
sick.
I had in my
like,
my
you
my
can still
artillery.
go back and get all of it back and progress more than you think. Like,
I
surprising-
still carry
like,
it
I'm
around in my
telling you from
trunk
personal
in case I like
experience.
just run into my friend skateboarding somewhere. Like, yeah, let's skate.
I'm still cool.
Nah,
Hug me.
I was like awkward as fuck. Like, I wasn't like terrible, but like I couldn't do anything like first try.
Yeah.
And like I kept skating, like 3-4 times a week. I'm like, it's way different when I'm older. The falling now is way different than when I was 16. Like I'm a bigger person.
You get up,
but
you're like,
oh,
I don't wanna
and the
do that
next
again.
day you're like, fuck, I'm sore, but I'll still go do it. I'll be fine.
Dude, that was
But,
the
like,
best.
Yeah,
man.
you know what I mean. It's a good sore, but like. You'd
Not
be
when it hits you in
surprised
the
if you
face,
do it
though.
like a few times a week, do it for a couple months. You'd be very surprised how muscle memory kicks back in and you can do all that shit again. Like, swear.
It's
I
awesome.
swear.
I-
Swear. I'm like not like on anyone that's ever been able to like kick flip and heel flip consistently. Like, if you do it, even if you take 5-6 years off and come back, you can do it. I know so many people that have done that.
Have I talked about
Because muscle memory's ingrained in your head. You learn that shit as like a kid. So it like comes back when you do it.
Have I talked about the warehouse
Yeah.
story? Yeah.
You can tell it
dude,
again.
that
Just tell
was-
it again. But we're coming up on 50 minutes. At 50,
Alright,
we'll do
on.
the reads.
Okay. When we were in high school, like our sophomore junior year, up on Coleraine, that marathon that's over by that Kroger's.
Yeah.
There's that AC company right next to it. So when we were in high school, the fence right behind it, there was a big old hole in it, and you could sneak into it.
Okay.
And there's clean cement because it's old
Oh,
self-storage
that's sick.
back there. It's old
If you're a
self-storage.
skateboarder, you know what it feels like to have fresh,
Dude, it's so
sweet,
nice. It's so
perfect
nice.
ground.
And then you ride all the way down, and there used to be, I think they demolished one of the two. There used to be 2 big warehouses, and they would have like one section of the wall just completely gone. So you could just climb on up into smooth cement and skate, and then
you
there
could
was like
bring
a
a flat bar
garage
there.
door. Dude, we had the setup in there, man. And
let's go.
there was a garage door and a door, and it was locked. We couldn't get in. And like 2 weeks after hanging out there long enough, we just broke in. And it was just open, just flat. Like, it was cleared out. There was maybe one big machine from whatever refinery work they were doing in there forever ago. So we had it just all to ourselves, like
Or a
for
torture chamber.
basically for like a whole summer, right?
We killed 7
And
local women, but
it was like 3 weeks in, and this homeless man just showed up, but he was like a younger homeless dude.
Oh, he probably
there was like
loved it.
there was like this
Younger
corner.
homeless mans can go either way.
There was like a corner like
gotta
closet
tell your
built
story
into
in a
the
second.
warehouse, and he started living there. He had like a blanket mattress, like just a bunch of blankets, and that was his mattress.
Name's
He had like
Benjamin.
7 CDs. He had
Did
a
you know his
broken
name?
No. I don't remember this dude's name. I thought
Shout
he
out
was
to
a
the homeless
psychopath.
man
He
who
said he
lived
was
there.
gonna live
Sure,
there
out
and make a
window.
living selling us like tattoos and shit. Like, yeah, dude.
turned out it was
Yeah.
Steve Jobs.
But so before we broke into that open part of
It
it,
was Sylvester
we had
Stallone.
we had gotten stopped by like the security guards who own that place, and they asked for our names. We gave them like names to other dudes at our school, and we gave them like their cell phone number and shit. You know?
Do you remember when fucking what's his face got busted at Cedar Point and gave him what's his face's name, Tim Soul's name?
No.
When Tyler Strobel got busted by his,
That's perfect.
and he gave him Tim Soul's name, and then he told Tim, and he was like, "Why the fuck would you do that?" And he was like, "I go there." And he's like, trying to make it seem like it wasn't a problem at all. He was like, "Dude, don't be a fucking pussy about it." He's like, "I'm not being a pussy about anything. You're a fucking dickhead. Why did you do that?"
You used
He was
his
like,
name?
bro, what's the problem? Like, just acting like the most dick about giving him his name.
Oh, that sucks.
It's like, you're a fucking asshole, man.
we had so we got stopped by the security guards, and like towards the end of the summer, I left early in the night, and I started skating down towards my house, and I saw like 4 cop cars whiz by up Coleraine, and I saw them turn into the parking lot of Marathon and get out and start walking down. So I called Kelly. I was like, "Hey, dude, I think there's some people maybe coming, so like keep an eye out." And he was like, "All right, man," and it hung up. Like, went to go see him the next day, right? And he tells me that
The cops beat that
showed up.
homeless man to death.
Yeah, they murdered them in front of him. So
Or he's
they
Bruce
said
Lee
that
and
they
knocked out all
came
the
in
cops.
through the front door that we had to break in.
Goes the other way.
So everyone scattered, ran out the back entrance, and then skated uphill to that clean cement, and then out the gate where they had parked.
Dipping.
And everyone got away except this dude. I'll just name him Jake Laycock. He ran out of his shoes. He ran so fast and
Oh,
out
you
of
can't be
fear
running
from the-
around there.
He ran out of his shoes. Yeah, but so apparently he waited for like 30 minutes. He was like, it's probably good. And he goes back and he opens up the back entrance that we ran out of. It's just 2-3 cops
A
standing
real
in a
life jump
circle.
scare.
Yeah, and
Literally
they're
a
like,
real life jump scare.
they just lean over and snatch. I'm like, the fuck are you doing?
My shoes came here a few days ago.
Some homeless guy stole my shoe. You killed him. All right,
I'm
yeah.
pretty
so
certain one of the 2 warehouses we skated in was demolished, but it's worth checking out if you wanted.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
Ad
you there.
reads?
We're at the reads. Before we get to our reads, though, what do y'all want to plug? We're gonna do another hour on the Patreon. You guys want to do the Patreon? You cool to do the Patreon?
Well, what is the Patreon? Explain it to
It's
us.
just
It's
a
just
Patreon
another
exclusive. It's
episode.
another hour-long podcast.
if
If
you
you
want
want
to
to
have
do
to
it.
pay for it here.
Let's get it.
You got
Thomas
time?
has got
All
some
right.
stories to tell.
Sick. We'll come back on the Patreon. We'll tell some professional skateboarder stories and hanging out with Nicki Minaj and all that shit that Tommy's up to.
Big old cocks.
That Tomas is up to. All right. What do you want to plug? What do you guys? Where do we follow you? Where do people check out your music?
So my Instagram name on username is Friendly Neighborhood Drew.
Friendly
Just-
Neighborhood Drew. Spelled how it sounds. No spaces. No underscores.
Nothing.
No dashes.
Friendly Neighborhood Drew.
Sick.
All one word. As simple as can be. You can look up Drew Dawson, one word, on any platform, and you can find my music. You can
Not
look
on
up
Pandora.
Deadculture. Yeah, it's not on Pandora, and that's a glitch for whatever fucking reason. Distro kids got to get their shit together.
Come on, Pandora. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, it's not.
Does
on
anybody still
Pandora.
use Pandora? It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
I
it's
do.
Thomas
Oh.
does, bro. He's
You're the last guy
He's a
on
one
there.
percenter, baby. But yeah, Deadculture, Drew Dawson, both Deadculture one word, Drew Dawson one word. I like one words.
Sure.
So,
OnlyFans,
Yeah, check that
Pornhub,
out.
Xvideos, X-Hamster.
yeah,
Lobster
bro.
tube.
I got the Kim K in that Ray J tape.
Mm,
Hit
yeah.
me up,
Sick.
JK.
He just
Hell yeah.
poorly edited his own face over Rage.
yeah, exactly, bro.
Got a boob job.
What do you want to plug, Tom?
Alvarez_Thomas. It's my Instagram.
Hell yeah. What do you? Is there any?
What-
is there a
what-
YouTube channel? Is there anything?
Yeah, plug YouTube.
What, you want me to say what I'm
Yeah,
about to
plug
say?
it all.
Well, me and Drew were thinking about doing we're going to start a video game channel.
Do
Go
it.
and check it out. We'll plug that
Yeah,
shit.
we can
We'll
do
let
it.
you guys know when that pops up. All right. Anything else? Any shows coming up? Anything that people should know about before we get into our ad reads?
Nah, let's go.
Cool. If anybody wants to check out the rest of this podcast, it's patreon.com/thebastardsermon. $5 gets you all of our bonus content. There's over 40 hours of shit. There's Huckers Fuckers. There's Bastard LLC, our movie review podcast. Bonus episodes every week, and you get the free show a day early. Don't fucking sleep on it, baby boys. All right. This episode, as all episodes, is sponsored by the amazing, the talented, the incredible, the long dick wizard, Anthony Tank Mansfield. Go and check him out. Lloyd's holding up his brand new cup that we just got. We just got brand new ass merch from. He makes solid glassware that you can drink anything you want. Cum, piss, blood, alcohol, anything that you drink out of a cup, you drink it out of his fucking
Ooh,
cups.
boy.
KneelToNoOne.com, spelled
about
how
all
it
at
sounds.
once?
Kneel to No One on Instagram.
That's how I
Check
do.
his shit out. T-shirts, all kinds of shit. I just did an episode of his podcast, What You Into. It's a hobbies and collections podcast. We did the Tarantino collection. If you want to hear me bullshit some more about Tarantino, go and check that shit out. Last episode was Mansfield. We love him. Go
Super
and
nice
support
dude.
him. Love that guy. All right, go ahead, Luke.
We're also sponsored by Scarlet Vape and Smoke Shop. We're about to roll up a fucking wizard sleeve of some devil's lettuce for this Patreon episode. If you guys want some quality glassware, some water pipes or a bowl, or maybe some Delta 8, if you guys need some Delta 8 carts or nugs, go ahead and check out Scarlet Vape and Smoke Shop. They got the best, greatest, glassware for the best prices. They don't cheat you. You can't beat the prices here. And god damn it, I hate Lloyd more than anything. But
weed every
they
day.
have smoke weed every day. They have 2 shops, and you can find one of them at 11424 Montgomery Road, Cincinnati, Ohio 45249, and the other one is at 937 Mama Street, Newport, Kentucky 41071. Go in and let them know you're a bastard, and they'll take 15% off your order.
Is it
Actually, I'm a
bad?
bastard.
Because I just wanted to start rapping ad libs over there and go,
Hey.
Guys, be sure and check out Fuck You. We like the Bangles. That was rough, but we'll get it next time. It's Alex Schubert and Lloyd Johnson from our very own Bastard Sermon. They write roast jokes about the upcoming Bengals season, and on the off season they do shit as well. But now that it's football season, go and check out the content that they've started to record. They unfortunately just lost a great episode, so I don't know if there'll be one. Yeah, it fucking sucks dick. I'm sorry I didn't bring the SD card, but I'm sure he's going to record another really good episode. I just checked out one that they did. It's him and Alex. Sometimes they have guests, usually not, and it's a fucking fun time. Please go and check out Fuck You, We Like the Bengals. A couple of quick shout-outs just for me, just people that I've been talking to all week that I want to give some love to. Jason Staley, my mom, of course. Actually, she wants to do Bastard LLC, and I figured more Patreon content.
Your mom does?
Well, I'm just going to do it, me and her, so look out for that.
Okay, I was like,
yo, can we get a moment of silence for Cody's mom? Big shout-out.
No, she's the living parent. The dad is the dead one. Anyways,
Damn.
yeah, so we'll have, it's not a damn situation.
Same.
Fuck him. But,
Same.
fuck him, he's dead. Who cares? Anyways, Jason Staley, you know him, you love him, the Super Satan Show. Go. He's headed to Tinseltown. He's doing Green Jellovision on Hollywood Boulevard. If you're familiar with the band Green Jello, he's gonna be fucking with them. He's with Lazy D the Destroyer. If you want to donate, go and check out Jason Staley. He's the Jason Staley Needs Cocaine Fund. And then
Mark Borison. Check out Mark Borison in the marketing. Check out.
I don't want to drop anything on what he's doing, but he's doing some crazy shit right now. It involves a studio. I just saw it in person. It's fucking sick. Go follow Mark for what he's up to. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to speak out of turn, but Mark will be back on the show. He's fucking awesome. He'll be talking about that. I love that guy. Do you have another shout out? Because I have one more after this.
No, I think I'm good.
All right. You guys know Will Finer, Transplant Productions. He's always putting out cool shows. He's got one coming up on October 1st. Mortis Gold, Ascended Masters, Scab Hag. They're going to be playing at Legends. The doors are at 6:30. The music's at 7. $15 pre-sales, $15 data sale. 18 and older, motherfuckers.
Can't beat that.
And Cincinnati Metal Scene Reunion, October 22nd and October 23rd. The first date is at Southgate House Revival in Newport, Kentucky. It's 18 and plus, 18 and over again, $10 pre-sale, $10 data sale. Doors at 6, music at 6:30. Split the Abyss is there. We've had that motherfucker. We've had those motherfuckers on here before. Blessed Black is on. Automaton, we've had them. Ascended Master, we've had them. Nithing, we've had them. They're all great fucking bands. Go and check it out. The next day is at Legends. It's a 18 and older show. $10 pre-sale, $10 at the date of the show. Doors are at 6, music's at 6:30. Bloodgate's gonna be playing. Dark Soul, Machinations of Fate, Valdrin will be up there. It's gonna be a fucking dope show. Go and check out both
thank you
of
for
them.
supporting local music.
Absolutely,
You are a quality man.
Yeah, Q will be
Shout
on.
out.
He'll be plugging shows.
So people know, not a lot of people do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
H2O.
That's the
sick.
show,
That's
dude.
sick.
That's the
That's
show.
That's the show. If you guys like this and you want to hear the rest, go and check
Also-
out the Patreon. Oh yeah, sorry.
we
go
don't know
ahead.
if Delta is shutting down shows, so make sure we appreciate them while we have them.
Absolutely.
Blake's show.
Oh yeah. Blake show, October. I believe it's 28th. Am I right about that?
I feel like I was trying
27th?
to look up the date real quick, but I couldn't find
It's
it.
on my
Yeah, I know
Facebook.
there's a
Let me go to
few
my
shows that
Facebook.
are-
I have one extra free ticket to that show.
Stall for time, real quick.
I got you.
I'll go with you.
I got you.
Yeah, I was trying to find the
Yo, Thomas, tell your story about the homeless man while we're stalling for these guys to get the date.
Actually,
The
I got
homeless
it.
lady.
You got it? You got it?
October
okay.
28th, 7 p.m. and 9
There you go.
p.m. If you want to squat up with the Bastard Boys, 9 p.m. Get the 9 p.m. show. It's $5. It's $5 fucking dollars. Go to Motor and OTR and fucking check
an
out the
Amazon special.
taping.
Come on,
It's for
guys.
his Amazon special.
Amazon
all right,
special.
Dude, that's
you want to be
way
part of
more worth $5 for
Yeah,
a film.
right.
You want to be part of greatness? It's a comedy special. Boy, Blake's fucking hilarious. If you've heard the Blake Hammond and
Truly.
Jeremy Johnson episode, it's fucking awesome. Also, thank you for bringing up Blake, because I also wanted to talk about All City. Danny Gamble's back with a force. That motherfucker's doing podcasts again. If you know Danny Gamble, he's doing murals all over Cincinnati. If you've seen a big ass, dope ass Gamble mural, you know this motherfucker is the realness. He's always got dope artists on. He's always got fucking like MCs from across the fucking nation on. He's got crazy people on that are just like dope, awesome artistic people. If you want a masterclass in art for free, go and just listen to fucking All City. It's such a good podcast. I'm gonna be doing it next week. And then fucking Ram Barnaclough, who he just did 3 hours for free, no Patreon content, for free, did 3 hours that you can listen to. Ram Barnaclough does fucking Rumble Lips. Great podcast. That was a great comeback for All City. I can't wait to hear more from Rumble Lips. I can't wait to hear more from All City. Rand's got a fucking Patreon. I just subscribed to that shit. Go and fucking subscribe for $5. He's got a bunch of content on there.
also a really good skateboarder.
Yeah, he's a professional skateboarder, just like Mr. Alvarez over here. All right, that's
Exactly. We all
Oh,
pros in the
Drew.
building. We the best.
Yeah, we the best. And if you want to hear us continue to be the best, patreon.com.
$5 fucking.
The Bastard Sermon. All right, goodbye.
$5
Kiss
for
me.
long.